everyone. I was playing around with a paper towel roll the other day, an empty one, and I painted it all up in these fall colors and cut some little leaves and strung them on this twine to make a little garland. And it just turned out really cute, and so I thought I would share with you how I did that in one of my quick little pinch of play videos. But I think these are really cute, and they're colored on the back sides as well. So let me show you what I did. You can use a paper towel roll, you can use a bathroom tissue roll, whatever you want to use. And all I did was smash it down flat. You could even use a thinner piece of chipboard or cereal box, something like that if you want to. And you just want to make the workable size of it to be about the size that you want your leaves to be. Okay, so if you want smaller leaves, you can use a smaller piece of, say, a cereal box. And so once I smashed it down and creased it really good with my bone folder, just to make sure that it's got a good crease in it, I just cut it open on one end along that crease line. Okay, just like that. All right, so then I kind of rolled it backward on my table just to get a little bit of that curl out of it. So I'm just rolling that backward. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, I will try my best to remember to link the video up here in the iCard so that you can see what I'm talking about. So anyway, you see it's much flatter. So you see that it's much flatter now. It's not perfect, but that's okay. So what I did next was I painted the entire surface. I only did one side. I just left the other side, which will be the inside. I just left it unpainted. You can paint yours if you want to. I just figured they're pretty much going to lay closed, although they do have, you know, they gape open just a little bit from the curve in the cardstock, the cardboard. But it's okay. You know, whatever you'd like to do. You can paint both sides if you want. I just painted it on the outside. And I painted it white just so that my colors would show up nice and vibrantly when I put the fall colors on. So this is how it looks with a couple of coats of white. You can use gesso or white paint. This is just white paint. And all I did was took some acrylic paint. Any acrylic paint will work. I'm using some Dina Wakley paints. I'm not sure if I'll use all of these or not, but these are the colors that I picked out. Lemon, cheddar, olive, Sedona, and eggplant, because they just look like nice fall colors to me. So I basically started with a yellow and orange background just to kind of cover the entire surface. Okay, and then I used my brayer. You can use a brush, you can use a credit card, gift card, you can scrape it. You can do whatever you'd like, but I'm just wanting to cover the surface here and get paint all over this white cardboard. Okay, next I'm going to add a little bit of green, and I'm gonna put it out here on the desktop and then add it just little by little, because I don't want to overpower. In fact, I think I'm going to use another technique. You can take some tissue paper, wad up some tissue paper. I've done this before, and just stamp with it. And I'm stamping it off a little bit just so that I don't have it too heavy. And this way I can just randomly add some paint all over. You can use a sponge for this. You can use a dry paint brush. I think I'm going to switch over to the brush and get a little bit of these crevices. There's places where you see the line here where your cardboard was joined together. This is just a dry brush. It's not wet at all. So I'm just kind of going along there just to cover some of the white areas. It's okay for some of the smaller white areas to remain. I think that looks fine. I like how that looks on some of these leaves, having a little bit of the white showing, but you can do it or not. It's up to you. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of red in the same way with the dry brush. Kind of all over. So it's starting to look a little bit more like the colors in fall leaves, right? All right. Okay, so that's how that part of the process is done. I'm going to move this aside. I've got a piece that's already finished that the paint is already dry on. On this one I did add a little bit of the purple as well. Okay, so it looks kind of fun and very much like fall. Okay, so the next step is to fold the tube back in half again. And I'm creasing it again just to try to get it to stay a little bit more closed. All right, and then I just freehand cut the shape of the leaf. Okay, so it's just a matter of, and I started at the bottom where it's open. You can start on either side, either the folded or the open side. And I just cut a leaf shape, just like this. Turned it around, and don't cut to make this a point. You got to leave this a little bit flat across the top. Let's see if there's one that's bigger that I can show you. I know it's hard to see it, but you want to leave that a little bit flat at the top so that you don't lose that folded edge. Okay, you want to keep that. Okay, so I'm going to go over just a bit, just a small amount, and cut right around and back to the point, like that. Okay, so what you have then is a leaf shape that opens and closes. Okay, and so I just went down the length of this paper towel roll and cut them all the way, cut leaves out all the way down. So none of these are going to be identical because they are freehand cut. So don't be expecting them to all turn out exactly the same. Just go with it, go with the flow, let it be random, just like the leaves would be, random in shape and size. See how this one is thicker than this one? They're all going to be different. Okay, next I took a piece of twine and just a piece that you think is long enough to hold your leaves. And if you're planning on making more than one tube to make like a long garland, I just made these couple of shorter ones. But if you're planning on making a longer one, you just need to paint up a little bit more tubes. Okay, so then all I did was just started at one end, and I just put the leaf right over the twine, and took a stapler and just stapled it right at the top, just like that, to catch in the twine. And then just kept going down, just skipped a couple of inches and put the next one on and stapled it in place. So like I said, this is not measured, it's not perfect in any way, but it's really fun, and it's a really cute thing to add to your decor, or to wrap around a gift, whatever. I mean, I just think it's the cutest little thing, and it's a perfect way to upcycle a paper roll, an empty paper roll, and just make something fun and festive for fall. Just too fun. So there we go. Another little garland. So you can see that your paints, you know, may vary depending on what kind of tones you use. These are more yellow, and they have that little bit of purple on them. These are more orange and green. So it's just really fun. And if you paint up a bunch of different paper rolls, you can mix and match the leaves too, and I think that would be really sweet. I hope you guys will want to play along and make some too. So happy fall, everybody. We'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.